All right, so we're back and we're about to transfer our culture to a new nutrient broth, and then again we're transferring it to a soy agar, and then we will transfer it to this plate. I have I picked up where I left off, and so all of this is considered aseptic. Again, I cleaned it earlier, as mentioned in my previous video. So I'm just going to jump right in here. All right, so to get this out of here, this inoculation loop, I'm going to kind of bounce one down because I just don't want to touch that many of them. And then grab it from here with my dominant hand and then reseal this back. So I have my inoculation loop right here. And then I'm going to take this, I'm going to screw that cap back on so it's nice and firm. And then I'm just going to tap the glass to really mix up that solution and make sure things are dissolving and mixing. All right, so now that I've done that, I'm going to remove the cap. I'm not going to set it down. Again, I'm going to flame the lip here to just make sure it's nice and clean. Maintaining aseptic technique. I'm going to insert the tip into here and stir just a little bit. All right. Then after I'm sure that I've gotten a good amount of sample, again, going to flame the lip and then put this back on. Again, leaving that quarter turn so it can get oxygen flow. Now I'm going to a nutrient broth. I have my sample in my right hand. I'm going into this nutrient broth. I'm going to open this. Again, haven't put the inoculation loop down. And then I'm going to flame the lip. Keeping it at a slant. And then I will insert the loop into the nutrient broth and give it a little stir. That should do the trick. I'm still at an angle so as dust does not settle in there. Put that on all the way. Still have not set the loop down. And then I'm gonna loosen that cap a little bit just so there's oxygen flow. Now next I'm gonna do it with the soy agar. Still have my inoculation loop in my hand. It has not touched the counter. This was recently just tapped. I'll take the lid off, flame the lip, insert the loop, collect the sample, bring the loop back out, flame the lip, and again, let it cool down. Screw that back on, but leave it a little bit loose so that air enters. Then I'm going to take my agar, unscrew that, flame the lip. And then this one's a little bit different. When I insert the tube, I'm going to kind of come close to you. I'm going to insert and be very gentle, and then just very gently go back and forth across the agar. Trying carefully not to make any dents or nicks, and in a fishtail manner. And then again, we're going to flame the lip, keep it at an angle, tighten it all the way, and then bring it back a quarter turn. All right, so my last trial, my last sample transfer is going to be from the broth culture into the plate. So I have my plate right here. I have it turned so the agar part is down. I will once again obtain a sample, flame the lip, insert my inoculating loop, stir around, pull all this out carefully, flame the lip, reattach, leaving that lid a little bit loose so oxygen can come in. And then here, I'm just going to lift up the lid partially, like a clam, insert the loop, and then I'm going to start at the opposite end and just go back and forth over the agar. Again, careful not to ding or nick the surface. All the way down, replace that back on. Make sure my material would be soaked in. If I was using pipette, this works pretty well. And then flip that over. And again, these are all previously labeled. So now I will take this inoculating loop and put it into my tool disposal of the isopropyl alcohol. And I will do the following protocols to clean up. In about 48 hours, I will examine all of my samples after they've appropriately incubated at the 25 degrees Celsius as prescribed by the vial of Micrococcus luteus. And then again, I will check in 72 hours and note growth and growth patterns. Over here, I have disposed of the sample vial, the Micrococcus luteus vial, into my bleach solution, and I'm going to let it sit there for at least 30 minutes. For my tools, my inoculation tools, again, I will let these sit there for approximately 30 minutes. I'll blow up my candle, and after these have rested for 30 minutes, I will clean everything up, dispose of my tools in the trash, and then make sure I rinse my sink out. I can put the liquid in the sink and then rinse the sink out appropriately for 30 seconds. And then I'll go back and clean my work surface again with the 10% bleach, and then again with soap and water. All right, thank you so much.